Good evening and welcome to the March 5th, 2025 special meeting of the Town Council. I'll call the meeting to order and ask that we stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And I would ask that we take a moment of silence to reflect on the events going on both near and abroad. Thank you. In accordance with Mass General Law, this meeting is being recorded by LCAT, and I would ask if there's anyone else in the audience if you could identify yourself. Okay, seeing none, public comments. Is anyone in the audience that would like to make a public comment online? Okay, council comments. Is there any counselor with a comment this evening? Okay, seeing none. Our single topic on the agenda is to approve the proposal of an amendment to the Charter, Article 2, Section 2-6, Town Bylaws. Jeannie, would you mind providing a brief?
Sure. So I sat here last week letting you know that a March 11 vote for this would be in time for the submission to the Attorney General's office, then to be placed on the ballot. But after further digging into the statute, I found the final vote for this wouldn't take place until 4 weeks after the vote to give the Attorney General's office their time required to review the vote for the ballot. So that's why we are meeting tonight, a special meeting to get this done. And I will, if approved, I will send it off to the Attorney General's office with a big packet. And that will give us time enough.
Great. Thank you for the update. Okay. Is there any comments, questions, concerns on the draft language that we have before us? Seems, sure.
Just give a shout out to Jesse for fast tracking this for us. It's not the Monday morning email you want to get. So thank you very much, Jesse. Appreciate you.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you for reviewing that in such an expedient manner.
Right.
And it looked like his revisions were fairly minor and didn't really change the substance of what we had already put together. But yes, it definitely makes more sense. Some of those little wording tweaks.
And the comfort stamp.
Yes.
Yeah. That always helps.
So would you like me to make a motion?
I absolutely would.
Okay, I make a motion that the town of East Long Meadow Home Rule Charter be amended by removing the last paragraph of Article 2, Section 2-6, Town Bylaws, and replacing it with the following language. Notwithstanding the above, the revision or recodification of general bylaws and related legislation commenced by the Town Council pursuant to Article 9, Section 9-3 of the Charter, along with any qualifying amendments or new bylaws proposed as part of that process, may be voted on as a single subject being proposed. Any vote pursuant to Article 9, Section 9-3 shall be preceded by the publication of a reasonable synopsis of the proposed changes in a local publication or newspaper at least 14 days prior to any such vote. A comprehensive record reflecting the entire scope and contents of the changes shall be available for review in the office of the town clerk and on the town website at least 14 days prior to any such vote on the proposed changes. Any proposed recodification will not require the use of strikeout type, brackets, or underscoring as set forth herein for reformatting, renumbering, and retitling existing sections and making grammatical changes. Any proposed changes, additions, or removal of language to the bylaws shall require the use of strikeout type, brackets, underscoring, or marginal notes in such a way as to clearly identify the changes being proposed. Approval of any qualifying amendments or new bylaws shall require an affirmative vote of a majority of the full town council, except as otherwise provided by the general laws or this charter. Nothing in this paragraph shall relieve the town or town council of its obligations to comply with all applicable state laws regarding approval or amendment of bylaws, including specifically compliance with Massachusetts General Law, Chapter 40A, with respect to any and all zoning bylaws.
Second,
Motion's been made and seconded. Just the only further discussion I would add is, just for the viewing audience, if you're wondering what this was initiated because of the provision that we have in the charter and now our general bylaws that says every 10 years we have to review all of the town's bylaws. And in the past, when we did recodification a few years ago, the previous version of this language allowed us to do that all in one shot, but we sort of didn't take into consideration that we would have to do that in future 10-year increments. So this would allow us to also continue to do that every 10 years without having to vote on every single thing individually. And then assuming that this passes this evening and that the Attorney General's office doesn't have any issues with it, it'll end up on the June ballot as a question for the voters to decide on.
Right, every household will get by mail a summary of the ballot question. They should look out for that.
Great. Thank you for the update, Jeannie. Any other discussion or questions? Okay, assuming none. This is a roll call vote and it requires a 2/3 majority of the council to approve it. Jim,
Yes.
Anna,
yes.
I am a yes. Marilyn,
Yes.
Ralph,
Yes.
and Kathy.
Yes.
Okay, the meeting is approved. And I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
I'll make a motion.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? Seeing none, Jim,
Yes.
Anna,
Yes.
I'm a yes. Marilyn,
Yes.
Ralph,
Yes.
and Kathy.
Yes.
Thank you, and we are adjourned at 6:07.
07.